Hello, it's Holly with Ivy Co Creations, and we're doing another 30 days of sketches for the month of June, the best of. So today's sketch is by Laura Whitaker. It's actually day one. So I decided to use this technique. There looks like to be some splattering or mixed media up behind the top two photos, and I thought of doing a more vertical idea would be interesting just to see what would happen. So I just took my white acrylic paint and just dry brushed it down the paper. I tried not to use a lot of water. I used a very tiny minimal amount just because I'm using a very thin paper. This is like those hot buys from Michaels. There's like 140 pages in the paper pack and it was like $10 or something. Anyway, so if you use a lot of water or any amount of water really on this paper, it will warp. And so I tried my best to not use any water really. I just got my brush damp and then put the ink right onto, or not the ink, the paint right onto my brush so that I didn't have to try to smear it around already on the paper. Anything I make is never straight. So, of course, I tried to line these up and then I didn't look at where my photos were going to sit, and I still wanted to see that red circle in the bottom, in the middle. So I did end up covering up a whole entire branding strip of paper so that things could fit properly. Anyway, I have this, It's called Birthday Salutations by Echo Park Ephemera Pack, and I just was going through it. I was actually looking for more images, but it's all words. And they had this one that said happy birthday, but it was a dark blue on top of a dark blue, so you couldn't see any of the writing. And so I just went over it with a gel pen, and then I realized that I had the happy birthday exact same image in a sticker, but I didn't realize that until I was looking at the video footage, and I was like, oh, I could have just used that. Oh well. Anyway, Anyway, I settled on the balloons and a giant cupcake and the happy birthday image for the title. And then I was trying to think of other things, and then I thought, there are splatters, so I'm going to use the splatters on this before I stick anything down. And I'm learning to not stick everything down before you finish, like before you do all the things to a layout, so that you can actually have different layers of things instead of just working top down and having to peel everything up all the time. So I'm using the Delusions sprays. These are amazing. I love my oxides, but I don't really have any sprays in the oxides. So I'm using the cut grass, the London blue, the lemon zest yellow, and the postbox red. And I love how this turned out. Although my splatters went everywhere because I can't splatter to save my life, and I got a blue dot right in the middle of my son's head. Oh, it makes me laugh because he looks like he's wearing a beanie in the one picture. Luckily it's not noticeable, like unless I pointed it out you wouldn't notice it, but I see it, so it makes me laugh. I wanted to put like that it was their third birthday on this layout because I have twins. Both of them are there in that top photo. And so I always am doing two layouts of everything, if you guys haven't noticed. And if you get sick and tired of seeing the same photos, it's because I'm creating two books at a time. So I do one for him, one for her, and I do all of a year's worth of photos at the same time. So right now I'm working my way through 2019. So they turned 3. To finish the layout off, I added some doodly lines around all of my paper cardstock pieces that I had, the little banner flags and the strips, just to give it a bit more dimension and a bit of depth. I also added the sequins just to add a bunch more color because, of course, this is a birthday layout and I love color. I absolutely love it. It makes everything better. Please check out the description box below for the playlist for everyone who's playing along for the best of 30 Days of Sketches, and I'm sure you'll be able to find some fabulous inspiration. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. The close-ups and still shots will be coming up next. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you.